Morning, everybody. My name is Geoff Scott. I'm one of the co-founders of the Bay County Libertarian Party, and I was most recently on the National Platform Committee for the National Libertarian Party. I just have a couple minutes, so I just want to I want to try to give an understanding to you guys what the philosophy is behind libertarianism. The way that we define government is it's a corporation. It consists of a CEO. The government takes in money and then decides how they're going to disperse this money to the different projects that they have. Now, the thing that sets government apart from your Coca-Colas and Walmarts is that government has a monopoly on force. Anything that the government does is backed by the threat of violence or using force against another person. So what's the libertarian way to run a government? The philosophy was actually followed by a lot of the founders of America, and it's the idea that the maximum role that the government should have in your life is to protect your life, liberty, or property. As far as specific issues go, we're very against the income tax. We believe that if you don't own the fruits of your labor, you're basically a slave. Right now, there's about 20 to 30%, or the average American pays about 20 to 30% of their income to the federal government in the form of the income tax, and that equates to working about 3.5 months of the year for free. Another issue that we have that's really important to us is the drug war. Like I said earlier, we believe that anything that the government does is backed by the threat of force, and that force should only be used against people who are specifically harming another individual's life, liberty, and property. Right now, there's 45% of our prisoners are incarcerated for nonviolent drug crimes, people that have essentially done nothing to harm another person. There's people that are violent criminals, rapists, murderers that actually get pushed out of the prisons to make room for these nonviolent drug offenders because they've broken some sort of law in their county with mandatory sentencing. If you look into libertarianism, one of the concepts that you're going to see a lot is the idea of self-ownership, the idea that we own our bodies and nobody else owns our bodies. So therefore, if we own our bodies, we should be able to decide what substances we want to be able to put in our body, as long as we're not going to hurt anybody else. Another thing that's really important to us is gun rights. For the past year, I've been on the board of directors for the Bay County ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, and one of the first couple of meetings that I was at there, the chairman was having a discussion with another one of the members about gun rights and how we have grocery stores, and so there's really no need for us to have guns because there's no need to hunt anymore. And this is just a really common misconception of the idea of gun rights. Gun rights has absolutely nothing to do with hunting or hobbies or anything like that. It has to do with us being able to protect ourselves and the bodies that we own. So, and just because we have cops that exist, that doesn't mean that crime just magically goes away. We still need to be able to protect ourselves. But more importantly, the reason that the Second Amendment was put in the Constitution was so that we can protect ourselves from the government if it gets to a point where it becomes too tyrannical. And individuals owning guns is extremely important for the government to be able to restrict itself, or for the government to be able to follow the laws that restrict itself. That's all I have for right now. If you guys want to find out more information, go to www.baylp.org. It has all of our information on there. I want to leave you guys with a quote from somebody who actually politically I don't necessarily agree with. His name's Ralph Nader, but I heard him say this in high school, and it's kind of just stuck in my brain for the past 10 years, and it's, if you're not turned on to politics, politics will turn on you. Even if, you don't follow politics at all, it's really important that we all pay attention to what's going on around us, because one day we'll all wake up and it's going to be a lot hard to take it back. So thank you very much.